Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to make some little tier tray blocks for my tier tray in my kitchen. It looks kind of sad once I took all the Easter decorations off, and before summer I don't have many spring. I am going to use for one of the blocks these really pretty napkins I got from TJ Maxx recently, and I went into my stash and found these other napkins. So I'm going to pick which ones I want to use for the tier tray blocks. But anyhow, the first step in all of this, I do have these wood blocks. I didn't have to go purchase them anywhere. I'm going to paint them white because I've learned when I decoupage on wood, it just doesn't look as nice when you can see the wood through. It looks a lot better when you paint them. So I'm just going to use some white paint. This napkin's so pretty, but I end up not using it for this project. So I'm going to get my white paint out, and I'm just using an acrylic. No, what is that called? Not acrylic. I'm drawing a blank here, but anyhow, I'm using white paint. So I'm going to just go through and give them all a layer of the white and even the sides. And I am going to do the back to just kind of give it a finished look, but of course I'm going to have to wait to do that, otherwise it's going to stick onto the paper when it dries. But yeah, so I'm just painting my blocks of wood, which is preparing them for the decoupage. So as far as materials go, other than the paint and the wood, I'm going to use a matte medium. You can use Mod Podge. You can water down some white glue if you want. I don't know how great that would work, but I use a matte medium. Like I said, other people use Mod Podge to do this. I find, for me, Mod Podge leaves streaks on my projects, and I don't like that. And the matte medium doesn't. You can also use collage medium, which is pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to let these dry, and I'll be back. All right, these are dry, and I do put out some of my matte medium in a tray. And next thing I'm going to do is prepare my napkins. All my napkins were 3-ply, and I have to get them down to 1-ply. So I'm going to see where this fits on the block nicely and cut it down. I actually think I might have taken a ply off of this one already. I'll show you how to do that, a trick for that with the next napkin, but this one's already down to 1-ply. So I'm going to place it where I want it on the block. I had put a layer of the matte medium down, and then I'm just going to go over the top of it. Now, it's really, really important to let this dry. Don't try to get off the excess at all before it's dry. I'm just going to bring it around this one side. So I want this butterfly on there, and I'm going to show you a neat little 3D element later in the video with that butterfly. So I'm just going to put that one aside to dry. So I'm going to bring up my next napkin, and before I do that, I want to show you how I just put a layer of the napkin on a file folder. So I'm going to cut those out later, but we'll deal with that later. So here's my next napkin I'm going to work with, and I'm going to place the block on it and see where I actually want it. I'm sorry that's out of frame a little bit, but it will come into frame as I keep going with the project here. So I think I know what I want to do, and I'm going to cut this napkin down into one of the rectangles, and I'm going to show you what to do with this napkin. I'm going to take a little piece of tape, and I'm going to put the tape on the corner and kind of bring it up, rip it a little bit, and that's one way to get one of the plies off. And I have to do it again to get the next ply. So I'm going to take a new piece of tape, Scotch tape, and pull it again. And there you go. I'm down to my 1 ply, and I'm going to put my matte medium down on my block. Put my napkin on, position it where I want it. I definitely want that bird all the way on the block. And I don't have a butterfly on this, but I am going to add one onto the block once it's dry. So again, I have a layer of the matte medium down. I put the tissue or the napkin on, and then I'm going to put a layer of matte medium on top and let it sit and dry. So I'm moving on to my third napkin, or my third tier tray block, which is what it's going to become. I decide I'm going to use some of this collage paper instead of a napkin that I have from Tim Holtz. I just think it would make a really, really pretty tiered tray block. And I'm just trying to figure out which piece of it I want. But I've had this for a while. I've actually decorated flower pots, clay flower pots with this and given it as gifts. It turns out really pretty. But, so I changed my mind from the napkin and I go to this collage paper that I happen to have. And, yeah, I really, really like this image. And it's going to make a really pretty decoration for my tier tray. So I think that works out pretty well. I am going to glue the sides down on this one. And it doesn't cover it all the way. So I'm going to have to go back and kind of collage it onto the sides, the paper with the extra that I have. But I'm just going to get down the sides that I can with the matte medium and the collage paper, because I just think it would look nice with the sides done. And that's the side that doesn't cover all the way, and neither does this side. But I'm going to get it down the best I can here. Put a layer on the top, make sure that it's nice and smooth, even though I am going to get some wrinkles. Not a big deal. And yeah, I just have to let these dry for probably at least an hour. I think I might let them go even longer than that, but I'm going to get my excess matte medium back in my jar because I don't want to waste it. It's pretty expensive. So I'll be back after these dry. Okay, these are dry, or I should say dry enough. So to get this extra tissue off, or napkin, I'm going to use, you can use a nail file. I'm going to use this block, sanding block. See how easy it came off? Right there. Now, if it's wet, it'll rip, so that's why you really need to wait for it to dry. Now, that side, I wanted to see that butterfly, so I don't want to mess with it. I want to get the back. All right, so that's good enough. All nice. All right, and it stands, so that's important. All right, and then I'm going to just do these two, and then I'm going to get on with decorating them. So I was thinking when I was, actually I was watching something, and it triggered a thought. I was watching something on YouTube, and I want to stamp, at least on this one. So I was thinking maybe I should do, what's that called? Embossing? Yeah, I was thinking about that. right. Trust me when I say if this wasn't dry enough, it would be ripping into the paper on the front. All right, so that's good. And then I just want to do this one. Like I said, a nail file works just as good. This one here, I think, is going to just, you know, speak for itself as far as it doesn't need to be decorated, I don't think. As you can see, I ripped into that a little bit, but I can fix it easily because I am going to collage the sides a little bit. So that's that. And I want to hold on to this. But the rest of it, let me just get that in the trash next to me. All right, alrighty. Okay. So I think this one needs the most done to it. Now, what I did was I cut out these cute little, like he's gonna go on here. He's gonna go here. He's gonna go here. So they're gonna be like 3D. Ha ha ha. I love it. But I feel like I need a stamp down in this area here. So let me see. I have this pretty one that I bought at a craft fair recently. Let me just go through. I don't want that to compete, so I don't really want flowers. I could also stencil. Let me see. I also have words. Yeah, I don't want flowers. So I think what I pulled out would probably be my best bet. Unless, let me just look a little more here. I do have, well, I have this. I have that has writing on it. I have a stencil that has writing on it. Beyond that, I think this word one would be good. Otherwise, I could definitely do part of that. But what's the point? All right, so what I think I'm going to do, I think I am going to emboss this. Am I, or am I just going to stamp it? I think I'm just going to stamp it. Decisions. And I guess I'll use my go-to early espresso. Let me ink that up pretty good. Even though I just kind of want it in right. Ugh, I touched it. I don't know if I ruined it. No. Now that looks kind of good, doesn't it? Let me get a little here. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Is that enough or one more spot? One more spot. Let me do the bottom so that I can just do a little bit right up in this corner. Yeah, I like that a lot. Look how nice that made that. I love it. All right, let me get this ink out of the way so I don't get it all over my fingers. Now I feel like, should I do it on this? This looks fall now. I think it looked more spring as a napkin. All right, I don't think I want words on it. I love that. That looks so good. I'm glad I decided to do that. It looks really good. All right, so to glue, should I use my 3-in-1? Yeah, I think I will. This is so cute too. Come on. I can see you coming. There you are. I want to match them up because then you'll be able to see their little antennas. So to dry, I'm going to push them down. And then once they're pretty dry, yeah, this is cute. So cute. All right, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. I love this. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. I'm in love with that. Where am I gonna put this? I think right in here. Right there in the corner. It needs to attach before I like fold the wings up. Alrighty, so the only thing left to do is to finish the sides of this. So what do I need? I need this. Let me get a small brush. That was great. Didn't expect it to come out like that, but it's okay. Where did I put that piece? Right here. All right, so I kind of just want it. Just gonna rip it a little bit. Put it like that. Put some on the front or on the top. Does it need anything down this side? No. So I'm gonna rip that. Well, it does need it where I messed it up. So I'm just gonna do a little bit right here. It'll just blend in. This has to get, where does that go? It goes like that. The edge. All right, the edge, and then just a little bit over here. And I'm just going to rip this a little bit. This little piece off, and then blend that in there. I don't even know if I did it underneath. I don't remember. Let me just do a little tiny bit right there. Pull that up and make sure it's underneath. All right, so that one needs to dry a little bit. Let's get that back in the container there. Come on. I want to get that off. None of this I need to do on camera, but all right, so that's about it. I'm gonna wait for that to dry. Put it down, and then these little wings stay up, and these little wings stay up. I am in love with this one. So cute. I wonder if I need a little more right there. Oh, I just did it upside down, but you can't tell, but that's okay. You can't tell, honestly. It does not matter, but that looks finished. And maybe even a tiny little bit right here. And then that's it, right? I need to get away from it or I'm going to ruin it, which I might have just done. But it's cute. Oh, how cute. I just love it. If I don't like that, I can cover it with the paint, the white paint, or some gesso or something. Ah, what did I just do? All right, well now it's time to save it. Whew, that was scary. That was scary. All right, so now I just need a little tiny brush, a little clean brush like this. I want to get some of the white paint. Not that. Not that. What's this one? Or just leave it alone. How's that for an idea? One ever so slightly in here. I think that'll dry just fine. And nobody will even know that there's a little tiny piece of the flower missing there. But yep, anyhow, that'll dry and it'll be perfect. And then I have these two. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. When this is dry, I'll, shave it down. And questions, comments, likes, always appreciated. And have a great day, everybody. I'll see you in my next video.